Thank you for viewing this presentation of the Palmetto Breeze Transit Master Plan. Palmetto Breeze has been working for several years to improve transit service in the Hilton Head and Bluffton areas. This project is part of the vision to create an interconnected transit system in Bluffton and Hilton Head and to the entire Lowcountry region. The project seeks to add a needed piece to the puzzle with the creation of additional routes in Bluffton that will connect residents to jobs and increase mobility options for the entire community. Palmetto Breeze currently provides transit service that includes express and commuter routes to and from the area, the Breeze trolley route operating in Hilton Head, and other demand response services. Palmetto Breeze was considered a rural system before 2010. Following the 2010 census, Palmetto Breeze became part of the Small Urbanized Area Systems, or systems that operate in urban areas below a population of 200,000. This change allows the system to access a different source of federal funding and to create services that serve the more urban areas. This new funding was first applied to the development of the Breeze trolley route in Hilton Head. The trolley's success has encouraged Palmetto Breeze and other stakeholders to look at ways to expand service into Bluffton and other areas in Hilton Head. In 2018, Palmetto Breeze began the development of a transit master plan to look at how to expand the system. The study looked at housing, transportation, and employment patterns. A higher cost of living in recent years has deterred people from residing in Hilton Head and Bluffton. Despite the high cost of living, the urbanized area shows a high concentration of employment in the area. Further analysis determined that there are few mobility alternatives for employed individuals to travel to and from work, leaving no choice but for them to drive their own cars. In addition, a high percentage of temporary employees travel to the area to work at the local resorts. Some employers provide transportation to and from jobs, and in some cases, Palmetto Breeze has contracts with them to do so. The Transit Master Plan focused on the town of Hilton Head Island and the town of Bluffton. The first step in the development of the master plan was to identify potential transit needs. The consultant team examined and assessed demographics, existing plans and studies, existing transportation conditions, and commuting patterns to determine the needs in the area. The study was guided by a steering committee that provided valuable input in understanding local conditions, as well as input from other stakeholders to ensure all voices were heard. Transit-dependent populations were identified with help from the previously collected information. This map shows that the area has low incidence of transit-dependent populations in the Bluffton area and along the causeway. The orange shades indicate areas that have higher propensity for transit usage because the population belongs to transit-dependent categories, such as lower-income population, individuals with disabilities, seniors, youth, and those with no vehicles. In addition to this analysis, a robust public engagement was performed to assist in development of the service recommendations. Stakeholder interviews and focus groups informed the development of the plan. The unique characteristics of Bluffton and Hilton Head Island guided the final recommendations. Hilton Head's trolley service began operations in mid-July 2018. Initially, the trolley was created to provide seasonal service between April and October. This is better known as Phase 1, and it provides service between Shelter Cove and Caligny Beach Park, along William Hilton Parkway, Hope Avenue, Cordillo Parkway, Galleon Avenue, and South Forest Beach Drive. Hilton Head recommendations include extending the trolley service in 3 additional phases. Phase 2 includes extension of the initial trolley route farther northeast along William Hilton Parkway towards Sea Turtle Marketplace and along Folly Field Road, connecting residents and visitors to the island's activity centers and the medical facilities around Hilton Head Hospital. Phase 3 includes trolley service between Caligny Beach Park and a new park and ride facility at Crossings Park, operating along Hope Avenue, Palmetto Bay Road, and Arrow Avenue. Phase 4 would be a trolley loop route along Hope Avenue, South Forest Beach Drive, and Cordillo Park. The Transit Master Plan recommends a route in Bluffton that will go along Highway 278, passing multiple trip generators and apartment complexes, connecting to Buckwalter Place, Buckwalter Parkway, and Palmetto Bluff. An additional route is also recommended to connect Bluffton to Hilton Head Island along Highway 278. Finally, the master plan recommends the creation of a flex zone system to serve areas in Bluffton and Hilton Head that are not served by the fixed routes. This system will help to establish connections from those areas to the fixed routes. The flex routes operate on demand, usually through advanced reservations, utilizing technology that will enable users to reserve via electronic methods, as well as via telephone and the internet. Several long-term recommendations are also made in the plan, such as interstate routes to connect to Hutchinson Island and explore connections to the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport. Following the completion of the Transit Master Plan, Palmetto Breeze began the implementation efforts to develop some of the recommendations in the plan. This is possible thanks to the willingness of partners to participate by sharing operational costs, especially the town of Bluffton and Palmetto Bluff. The goals were to provide service to the workforce, commercial, and residential areas, and allocate resources based on those partnerships. Through regular meetings with the steering committee and interviews with stakeholders, community priorities were defined. The route that runs in Bluffton, connecting with Palmetto Bluff, provides the most opportunity for new expansion. The original route was segmented into 3 pieces to ensure adequate running times, and so the new routes would best serve the communities that need the service. The routes include the Bluffton Parkway route shown here, connecting Buckwalter Place and other trip generators to workplaces and commercial areas. The Buckwalter route shown here connects Buckwalter Place with Palmetto Bluff. There's also a Buckwalter Place route that connects Buckwalter Place and Highway 278 along Buckwalter Parkway. More details about the routes and schedules are included as exhibits on the virtual public meeting webpage that you visited. The Palmetto Breeze Master Plan includes the identification of select marketing strategies to support the recommendations. The implementation plan will have significant community outreach and events to promote the new service. There will also be numerous marketing efforts supporting the implementation of the new services, including the involvement of local media and community stakeholders. The next steps involve the implementation of the new routes and development of specific marketing strategies to support the new routes. Funding must be leveraged and secured to implement the next recommendations of the plan in the Bluffton and Hilton Head areas. The Palmetto Breeze team will continue to work with Lowcountry regional stakeholders to prioritize additional transit services. Thank you for viewing this presentation about the Palmetto Breeze Master Plan. Please be sure to provide your input by completing the feedback form, which is accessible by clicking the link at the bottom of this page on the virtual public meeting website.